Treyarch just dropped a 4-minute video answering questions from the fans, and we got some juicy information in there. We're gonna go through the entire video and discuss everything that was mentioned. Spoiler alert, there's a lot of good stuff in here, and don't get me wrong, I'm still cautiously optimistic. I'm not gonna judge anything until I get my hands on the game, but let's get into it. Before we get started, if you're new here and looking for more Call of Duty content, hit that subscribe button, and hit that like button if you enjoy the video. Let's go.
Will map pacing be different or better than Black Ops 6?
Black Ops 7 is a brand new game, and with that comes brand new maps. We're bringing 18 multiplayer maps at launch and an evolution of Omni movement. So with that comes a little bit of a change in pace, and of course our maps have accounted for that.
We wanted to make sure we were giving players a chance to catch their breath before they jump right into the next engagement.
They talk a little bit about the map pacing here, and if we're comparing it to Black Ops 6, which had incredibly fast pacing on a majority of the maps, it seems like it's going to be slower. They talk about having room to breathe between engagements, which is something I always talk about when I'm reviewing or rating a map. I'm really happy they brought this up because Black Ops 6 didn't really have that room to breathe on a lot of their maps, so I'm really glad they're at least aware of this and designing maps with that in mind. We also have updated Omni movement on the maps now with wall jumping, so movement is going to be quicker presumably, but we also don't have tac sprint anymore by default, so I think it's going to play a lot better than Black Ops 6 did.
More 3-lane maps, please.
Oh, we got you. All of our maps we design from the start with 3 lanes in mind, and then sometimes we'll break those rules if we think there's something really fun or unique. We're definitely focusing on path clarity and really just getting back to the fundamentals of that Treyarch design style.
This is the other thing I always talk about when rating a new map. Does it have 3 defined lanes? There can be some interconnectivity as well, but a lot of the maps in Black Ops 6, you could see the far side of the left lane from the far side of the right lane, which shouldn't happen if a map is designed well. They talk about focusing on path clarity and focusing on getting back to fundamentals. This is huge. Go back to the basics and things that you know work and get back to that classic Treyarch 3-lane style that we all know and love.
Can we get more colorful maps like we used to back in the day?
Yes, we can. I think we've seen some of that through the direct and some of the map videos that we've put out. Maps like Homestead, looking up and seeing the Aurora Borealis up in the sky is really awesome in Black Ops 7.
Speaking of classic Treyarch style, they talked briefly about bringing colorful maps back because, as we all know, the maps the last few years have all kind of looked and felt the same, which is this dull, bland color palette, and everything just kind of blends together. I think we've already seen a lot of color in the maps that we've seen, like the Aurora Borealis in the Alaska map, the cherry blossoms on all the maps set in Japan. The maps truly look more vibrant, and that's a great thing.
Are face-off and gunfight coming back?
They never went away for us, so sure, they are coming back. We're trying to make sure that some of those maps that maybe just were specifically for a gunfight or face-off in the past, we want to really try to make sure that those maps can serve more purposes.
Yeah, some of our first face-off maps in Cold War, like Diesel, were tailored for Core 6v6, gunfight, and face-off. Similar to what we've seen in Black Ops 6 with Nomad, those maps that can be played for multiple modes as well has gotten a lot of success, so we're trying to really bring those same principles to these designs.
Face-off and gunfight modes and maps are returning, but they're putting a lot of emphasis on making those maps feel more playable at 6v6, and the example they use here is Nomad from Black Ops 6, which is a prime example of a map that can be used for all 3 of these: face-off, gunfight, and core 6v6. This would be like the bare minimum I would go for sizing. If the face-off and gunfight maps are all that size, I'm totally fine with that. But when we get into map sizes like Stakeout and Bullet, that's where I start to draw the line. I like chaos, but I like controlled chaos.
Are we getting more medium-sized maps?
Yeah, so we're gonna have more medium or standard size 6v6 maps at launch.
Some of the learnings that we took from Black Ops 6 and applied to Black Ops 7 was looking at the size of our maps in general. So in Black Ops 7, we'll have fewer tiny maps and fewer larger maps.
This one I'm gonna take with a grain of salt because before Black Ops 6 launched, they described a lot of their maps as medium-sized, which ended up being a complete lie. However, if what they're saying is true, then they learned from their mistakes in Black Ops 6, and they're going to have less tiny maps like Stakeout and less large maps, which the only one that really comes to mind to me is Red Card, which If we have less maps like Red Card, that's a win for everyone.
How many small maps at launch?
So we've got 4 maps that are specifically designed for both face-off, gunfight, and core 6v6 modes. So we're really focusing on making sure those are intentional for launch.
Yep, and one of my personal favorites, Blackheart, you'll be able to play in the beta coming up soon.
There's going to be 4 small maps at launch, but if everything they're saying about small maps is accurate, and they're going to be smaller size, similar to Nomad, then we should be golden. And one of those maps is actually Blackheart, which we've gotten quite a bit of footage on actually from the direct already. So considering it's a small map, we've likely seen quite a bit of it. And based on the little amount we have seen, it actually looks like it's going to be a fun map. And I think it actually looks like a good size for a small map. And also, it's going to be one of the maps playable in the beta, so I am stoked. I can't wait.
Are we getting more Black Ops 2 remasters?
We are going to get some more Black Ops 2 remasters. I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but I have been reading the replies, and some of you have guessed correctly. Will there be Black Ops 2 competitive maps for CDL?
Yes, there will be. So you've already seen Raid and Express, and we are expecting to have some more coming out post-launch.
Yep. Well, it's always a conversation with our partners at CDL on what maps are going to end up being in the pool. We would absolutely love to see some of those Black Ops 2 remasters, and I will say that one of the ones that is coming back for the first time since Black Ops 2 was a competitive map in Black Ops 2. It was played in Search and Destroy, and I'll leave you with that little teaser.
One of my favorites will have you thinking you're the best in the game.
This is where it gets a little juicy. They're talking about other Black Ops 2 remasters on top of the ones we're already getting in Raid, Express, and Hijacked. And they confirmed we are getting more Black Ops 2 remasters, and when discussing the CDL map pool for next year, they left us with some clues. Matt teases that a map that's never been brought back before, but was in the Black Ops 2 competitive map pool for Search and Destroy, which I believe they played Raid, Express, Standoff, and Meltdown. So seeing as how the others have been brought back already, Meltdown is the one he's talking about by default, which is awesome. I loved Meltdown. I think it's a great Search and Destroy map, a classic Treyarch style map, so I'm pumped for that. Brittany also teases that one of her favorite maps that are returning will make you feel like you're the best in the game, which is a classic callback to this moment from Scump in Black Ops 2 competitive on the map Yemen. Yemen was an amazing hardpoint map and an awesome map for pubs. I'm thrilled it's coming back. So Yemen and Meltdown are 100% confirmed coming to Black Ops 7. When? Who knows, but they're coming and I am pumped.
Doors? Question mark.
In Black Ops 7 multiplayer, there are no manual doors. We do have some automatic doors, just like we did in Black Ops 2. Shout out Drone, if you remember that, bit of a deep cut. At the start of development, our goal was to drastically reduce the number of manual doors we had in our maps. About halfway through, we did a door count, and I think we had about 6.
6 or 7.
6 doors, so then we had a door meeting. And we said,
Behind closed doors.
Behind closed doors. And then I kicked the door down and I said, let's delete all of these doors. So no manual doors in Black Ops 7 multiplayer.
We already knew this, but manual doors are no longer in multiplayer. Thank the gods. Finally! Matt Scrontz is an absolute beauty for this. Get this guy involved in every Call of Duty moving forward. No manual doors, what a win for everyone. And if you like manual doors, I hope both sides of your pillow are steaming hot tonight. Matt did shout out Drone here when discussing automatic doors, which will be in the game. So I don't know if that's a tease for Drone coming back or not. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like I'd be cool with it. You know what? Hashtag bring back Drone.
What can we expect for post-launch support?
Well, players usually want maps, so I'm told.
Yep, I want maps.
And of course, we've got a lot of new maps coming up.
In addition to maps, of course, we're going to have a ton of content throughout post-launch. One of my favorite weapons is going to be coming up very shortly. I think it is one that our fans will go ballistic for.
A big thing for me and most Call of Duty fans is the post-launch support, which they briefly discussed here and mainly focused on maps coming back. But Matt also touched on his favorite weapon coming back, which fans will go ballistic for. So that's obviously the ballistic knife returning. Another place my mind went to there was the ballista, both from Black Ops 2. I'd be happy with both guns returning. It sounds like post-launch is going to be a lot of Black Ops 2 related items, but also if they just started bringing back maps and weapons from all prior Treyarch games, that would be incredible as well. And I think we would be in for a great year if that were the case. They closed the interview with "keep the questions coming." They're listening, which is a breath of fresh air for this franchise, especially after this year. It's good to know that they're actively listening and reading comments and making decisions around those comments. That's gonna do it, guys. Everything covered in the brief multiplayer dev talk. I love these short interviews and they managed to pack a lot of information in them. I can't wait for more. What did you guys think of the dev talk interview? Are you more or less excited for Black Ops 7 now? Personally, I'm a little more excited. I think there was a lot of great things in here and I can't wait to learn more. Let me know what you guys thought down in the comments. I'll see you in the next video. We'll chat then.